Hello, and welcome to Happy Little Yarn episode 36. Today is Sunday, March 20, nope, not March, April 25th, 2021. Get some coffee. Let's talk about some knitting. This is a knitting YouTube channel about what I knit and my adventures of knitting. I have some French roast coffee and a Christmas mug because it's my favorite mug. Yep. Well, my favorite home mug. All my other mugs are at work that I enjoy. You can find me on Instagram as Happy Little Yarn. And I'm coming to you from Leesburg, Georgia, where it's a very sunny day today, and yesterday was extremely rainy and thundery and lightningy, and it was a wonderful day to stay home in pajamas and knit. I haven't podcasted since February 28th. And it wasn't because I haven't been knitting, it's because zero motivation to podcast. I really want a podcast, but from now on, I might not always have, like my hair, I just washed it last night, it's already frizzy a little bit. And makeup. I have a very red face, so I have to put like the green stuff on, and my eyebrows are extremely blonde. They're like this blonde, so they don't look like I have anything, so I drew them in a little bit, which is making me a little paranoid because I've never done that. I never really do that. I've done it and it looks strange and I took it off. And the lipstick, which, okay, makes my mouth pop a little bit, I guess. But doing all that is just a labor of love, and I love you guys, and I did it for you, but I might not always put on makeup or do my hair. Sometimes I might just wear my hair on top of my head like I always do. Oh, what I'm wearing. This came from, I think they were called NerdBirdMakery. I saw it on their website. You see that? Don't stop, knit it, knit it. I wore this to Epcot when we went. And we went 2 or 3 weekends ago. It was so hot, y'all. I'll talk about that later. Okay, how about knitting? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I have one finished object, and it lives in my naughty knitting sack bag with the fornicating skeletons. And it's not completely finished, but I did finish my socks. My totally rad rib socks by Summer Lee. And I got this one. I don't know if I wove in the ends of this one. This was the first one. And dumb me didn't grab the sock blockers again. But I got one finished. That was the first one. And this is the second one with all the ends that need woven in. So I have a pair of socks. Hooray! I can't wait to wear these. I have a double hem or a double cuff. I didn't do ribbing. I just stockinette stitched the whole thing and then picked up a row when I got to a certain point and picked it up and just kept knitting. So it made this little double cuff. I really like those kinds of cuffs. I only have one other pair of socks like that, but now I have 2. Okay. that is my only finished object. Actually, I have 2 finished objects, but the other one is a birthday present, and if I showed it, they'll know exactly it's for them, and I want it to be a surprise. So, I'm not going to show it. Okay. Next, let's talk about my Helga Cow. Move some stuff around here. I, yesterday, casted on a Helga Cow for a friend's birthday gift. I'm trying to knit things without a deadline, but the earlier I cast on, the better I'll be at not getting stressed out about knitting. But yesterday I wrote out this is my design. I rewrote out the pattern so it would have all the little check boxes I can write on, and I made a mistake there, and yeah, so I wrote out the Helga Cow in worsted weight. The other version I send to people is DK weight, but this is worsted weight, and I am using Lolodiit and blue suede shoes, which is this. And this is all I have done so far. I just cast it on last night. So I got the ribbing and I started patterning. That's all I've got. And I'm using a Pac-Man stitch marker. Let's see. Yep, right there. And that is the Helga Cowl, and I'll show it after it's done. I want to try to start podcasting every weekend. I know, don't laugh. I know it's funny, but I want to try. Can't promise it's going to last, but I'm going to try. I'm such a slow knitter. I only have like 1 hour or 2 hours a day to knit, so might not be a big podcast, but I want to try to really work on this channel. So I'm going to see what I can get done between now and next Sunday and do another podcast then. Okay, this I haven't even opened the bag in a while. It's in my Naughty Knitting Sacks bag. She made it just for me. And it's got the unicorns getting it on in it. As I love unicorns. But this is and I have to weave in more ends. All the ends, just every single end needs to be woven in these days. Teaches me, I should do it as I go. But I have finished the 3rd column of my Northeasterly blanket. And I ran out of this gray I was working with. And I had to do a little blip of a navy. It looks kind of weird, but I'm going with it. But here it is. I don't remember what these colors are. I know this one is from the socks Aquila cranked for me. This was the color she dyed, that blue. And I put that pink as a toe. And I think there's like 90, I try to make it 90 grams per row. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 70 grams per row. I don't know why I thought it was 9. I do 10 grams each color, except for this last row. I kind of messed up and started just doing whatever. But it's roughly 70 grams per row. And I really like it. I think I'm going to cast on the 4th row today. And this is a pattern by Skeinanigans. And if you want a fun little blanket project, I recommend this one. It's Northeasterly. But that is what I have finished on that. And I'm using signature needles in size US 2s, 2.75 millimeters. And I like those needles. Those are the, I think I got the middies, yeah. The stiletto tips just punch a hole in my fingers. Okie dokie. Let's talk about my sweater. Let's see. I'm using, this is the okay, Andrea, you told me how to pronounce this. I can't remember. Let me brace yourselves. Let me see. Charlevoix. I'll put a, let's say the description box, just in case I don't feel like editing. Let's just say I'll put everything down in the description box of YouTube. That'll be my show notes for you down below. I'm using 2 colors in this sweater. It's by Jennifer Beaumont. First color is Plucky in the Primo fingering, which is a 70-25 merino cashmere nylon. And this colorway is called Wax Poetic. And the next colorway is Emma's Yarn in the Grayscale colorway. And this is what I have finished so far, minus all the ends that need to be woven in. Okay. Boom. Ah, it fell the wrong way. I've got the entire body finished. Here's the front. I need to pick up for the neck and do the neck. I think I'm going to do that next, because I want to use the same ball of yarn that I was using for this initially. So that'll be there before I have to switch. But look, all the body is finished, even the hem. It's a split hem, and I've got about half the ends woven in, but I still have a lot more to do. See, that's all the ends. Because I don't like carrying up yarn, because my tension tends to be too tight. So I just cut it between each stripe. So that's 2 ends I have to weave in for each stripe. And I think there's like 26 stripes. Yeah. So you do the math, because I don't feel like it. But that is my Charlevoix. Is that how you say it? I'm doing the size either the XXL or the XXXL, because there was only 1 inch positive ease in the pattern, and I like my clothes a little bit looser than that. So, and here's the back. It's got some neck shaping. That's what you call it, shoulder shaping or something. It's a little short, but I think after I block it, since it's superwash, it'll grow. Right. If I even finish it. I think I'm going to do 3/4 sleeves, where it comes to about right here, right past my elbow. Because in the picture, you're supposed to do a solid color from like here down. But I think I'm just going to stop at the end of the stripes and call it what it is. Because I don't know if I have enough yarn. I have another skein of this Grayscale, but the dye lot's a little streaky looking, so I'm kind of scared. I'm going to split this in half and kind of just go with what I have left for each sleeve. That's the plan, at least. Okay, and that doesn't have a bag yet. I just kind of toss it in wherever I'm at and work on it. Okay, and the last thing is a cowl that I'm designing, which I don't like, and I don't know if I'll finish. But it's in the yarn set by Hue Loco, and it's the Noel. Don't mind that orange piece of paper, I was just marking something for myself. It's a bunch of grays and creams. And I don't know if I casted this on last time, I don't think so. But my mom helped me start this. It's a crochet chain, provisional cast on. I'm awful at crochet, so she is a crocheter, and she crocheted me this chain to start. But I've got it knitting in the round. It's going to be a giant tube. This is what it looks like so far. It's just a bunch of slip stitches fading the whole thing together. I've done 2 colors so far. This first color, which they don't have names, so I don't know. This is like, I'm going dark, light, and I'm going to go dark again. Another light, dark, light. So I'm kind of mixing these up. I'm not going in order. Sorry for the glare. But that's all I've got finished of that. I haven't worked on this in like a month. I should probably pick it up and work on it. I have the pattern. What is that? Oh. Meal planning. I have this little knit picks thing that I stole the idea from Lisa of Knit All the Yarn podcast. And I just drew out what I need to do. And I kind of just do checks as I go. I love anything with a checkbox. If I can mark it off after I'm finished, that makes me feel happy. That's why probably most of the patterns I write from now on are going to have checkboxes. I don't know if everybody likes that, but I like it. Come on, button. There you go. And this is living in a, well, the pen fell out. Girls Sew Sheepy bag. I think this came from Australia, if I remember correctly. But it's been years since I bought this. I don't even know if she's still in business. But it's a cute bag. That is all my whips. I can talk about what I'm going to knit next, because, well, I have another birthday gift I need to cast on, but I'm not going to show on here. And it's a lot of knitting, so that's going to be a lot of content I cannot show. But it's a birthday gift. I want it to be a surprise. I might show it. If I don't have much some weeks, I might show it. I'll just won't say who it's for. Like I normally do. I think I'll put, if I don't put a picture on the screen, I'll put a link to it below. It'll be a Ravelry link, because that's the only thing I use, and I don't know what else to reference to. But I'll try to put a picture right here. Up next, I want to knit the Winter Lights shawl by Stephen West, and I bought a kit for it because I don't have enough yarn, right? This is Teal Torch Knits. If you haven't heard of them, you should go check them out. They have some awesome brights. And I bought this kit. This is, if I showed the picture, this is like the accent colors. And this came with it as like the main color. So it's going to be a very bright shawl. And this is Teal Torch Knits. Let me show you this. And it's just a bunch of it's called Speckled Rainbow. basically it's all these colors speckled onto bare yarn. But I'm excited about that. That's going to be a new cast on, of course, because it's all wound up. And the other thing I want to finish, because I have a whole shelf full of whips up there, I want to finish the Maytham shawl by Helen Stewart. I started it years ago, and I think I'm to the point where I'm like 90% complete, but there's like 600 stitches on a row, so it'll be a little work. But that's the other thing I want to work on, and I'll put a picture of it on the screen if I haven't already. That's the Maytham shawl, and I know I'm using Stranded Dye Works, I think the Koi Pond in that, and I think some, I can't remember the name of the other one, but I might have a project page on Ravelry. I doubt it. I'm not good at that. I know some people are having problems with Ravelry. I still use it, and I'm very sensitive to the fact that some people don't want to use it, so I'm trying to find another. I don't really know what else to use. I know Andrea, the cat lady, is using Discord, and that's kind of cool. I really like Discord, but it's more like a chat thing than a pattern thing, so I don't know. I've got to do some research. Let's talk about, I've got one coupon code I can share with you guys. It's Naughty Knitting Sacks, my friend Katie. She has given us 15% off your order, which is Pecker Pouch 15, and I'll put that in the show notes below, but that's on Etsy. You can find her shop, Naughty Knitting Sacks, and I'll put a link to it. And thank you very much for that coupon code. Let's see, acquisitions. I've bought some stuff since the last podcast, but to be honest, I rearranged my yarn a little bit. I got a new shelf, and I didn't really keep everything separated. So I'm going to show some stuff that I know is new, and I don't think y'all have seen. But let's talk about the cat lady. I think that's the only thing I've really bought since then. I bought more than this, but these are the only two I'm going to show because the other ones are kind of gifts, so I'm not going to show them. This one is called Festival, and it is so beautiful. It's on Positively Squishy DK, which is 100% superwash merino. I really want to make like a hat out of this. I kind of wish I bought two, but then it wouldn't have worked the same because I need the colors to stay the same, so I don't know. The hat I want to make is the Helga hat. I'm going to try to recreate it in bulky weight. I think 2 DKs are too much for bulky. But this comes from the cat lady, and I'll link her shop below. CATT. Come on, focus. Oh, thecatlady.com. And check out her podcast. She has a YouTube channel here on the knitting community. She's a knitter too, and dyes, of course. And then she made me a custom ordered from her because my husband really liked the hat I made out of another colorway I bought from her that was in DK. And he said he wanted a dark green hat, so she dyed me this Deep Woods, she's calling it. It's a dark green. Let's see if I can get it. She's calling it Deep Woods. I think she recreated this. I'm not sure. I'm sure she wrote it down, but it's on her DK. 231 yards, so that's perfect for a hat. And I kind of wish I bought two of these too, because I have an idea for a hat I want to knit my husband. And I think I need a little bit more than 231 yards because it's the Musselburgh hat by Yasalda Teague. I think that's how you say her name. But I think it's going to call for more yarn than this. I don't know. I'm probably just going to do a regular double brimmed hat for him out of this because he really liked that hat. I knit him last time. But I didn't write down the recipe to make that hat. So I'm going to have to sit down and figure out the stitch count. Oh well. Okay, last thing for acquisitions. I got the row 1 minis. Everybody that I saw got a different dyer, but wouldn't you know it, I got one of my new favorite dyers I've discovered. Same as the Winter Light shawl kit that I got. It's Teal Torch Knits. Row 1 minis. Oh my god, look at these colors. I think these are going to go into my Northeasterly. I'm going to have a neon row. I want to put these in a bag, in the Naughty knitting sack bag that I have my blanket in, and just grab them and knit them. Like 7 of them. It's going to be beautiful and very bright in one row. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should mix it throughout the blanket. Well, that's all my acquisitions. That's all the knitting really. I have some life stuff to talk about. If you would like to stay around for that. If not, thank you for sticking around, and like and subscribe before you leave. That would really make me happy and help me out. Cold coffee, yum. Okay, I have a little list of things. We went to Disney 2-3 weeks ago. We went to Epcot, my daughter and we just had a big day of it. We went down that morning, spent the day at Epcot. It was so hot. So hot. It was like 90 degrees that day. And we had to wear a mask the entire time. It was hot. But that was fun. Didn't really stay more than 24 hours, but it was fun. My sewing mojo is still gone. I blame it on making all the masks. I've started journaling a little bit. I've seen some knitting people that journal, and it kind of inspired me to try to start. That's about it. I mean, I've been thinking about getting a life coach. I have a friend that does life coaching, but I really don't want to pay for it. It's like $80 an hour. I can't do that. I can't do that. I just need somebody to tell me what to do and make sure I do it. I don't know if that's like, I don't want therapy. I just want somebody to keep me on track. I wish there was somebody that could help me with that. If you want to help me keep me on track for free, I would love you. Oh my god. Like, make me do this every week. Make me podcast. That's about it. That's all I wrote down, really. So, if you enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow my YouTube channel. I've got goals. I want to do this. I really want to give it all I got. So, hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and may your knitting mojo be strong. Bye.